You know what? It was an outstanding game with two outstanding football teams. And unfortunately, one of them is going to come out on the short end, and this year it was us. But our guys played a very good football game, and it was a standpoint. We certainly had our chances. We just didn't convert on a couple situations. Otherwise, we come out with a win. So it was just a very good football game. It's one that we're going to grow from, we're going to learn from. And just like I shared with the players afterward, I said, you know, had we won, we'd have been celebrating, and we'd have came back Monday, and we get ready for Black Hills State. We lost, so we weren't celebrating. It was a standpoint. We still came back Monday, and we get ready for Black Hills State. There's a lot of football left, and so we're still excited of where we're at and where we're going.
You know, you mentioned Black Hills State. Talk a little bit about them and the challenges they posed to us this weekend. I know they have a really good running back, Paris.
You know, Black Hills is really a very good football team. They're 3-2 right now, and they are an explosive team. If you go back into last week, they put up 50 points. They put up 30 of them in the second half. The second half against Highlands, they were actually trailing that at halftime. Second half, I think they won 30-6, and they've done that in several games where they've come back in the second half and played tremendously well. But you know, they've got a very good quarterback, Ryan Hummel, who very good as far as the RPO game, throws the ball very well. Vidal Paris is really an outstanding running back, and so they're going to present some challenges. I shared with our guys, I said, if you go back into last year, we were 5-0 going into that game, and they knocked us off up there. And I mean, they should come down here believing that they've got a chance to win. They put up nearly 600 yards of offense. They put on 48 points on the board. They created 6 turnovers. And so our task and our job is just to be as good as we can be and make sure we're addressing the issues that put us in trouble last year, and make sure that we're the outstanding football team that we're capable of being when we show up on Saturday.
Take Sunday and kind of, you know, feel a little bit sorry for yourselves and then get back at it Monday morning?
Well, when I was in high school, we had the 24-hour rule. So you got 24 hours to celebrate a win or 24 hours to, I guess, mourn a loss or feel sorry. And I've kind of brought that with me here, kind of like, I don't know, dealt with it on the rest of Saturday and Sunday, and then came in yesterday morning ready to work, ready to get better and improve.
Yeah, definitely. We come in, we meet in the morning on Mondays, and basically just go over the game and review it, and take all the criticism that we have, and like all the mistakes that we made and things like that. And then once that's over, once the meeting is over and film work is done, it's on to the next week. So we're really focused on Black Hills this week and just getting ready to get back on the grind for them.
Knowing that something's going to happen down the line. I mean, nobody hardly ever goes through this conference undefeated. You know the playoffs are still there. Is it a little bit easier kind of to turn the page, knowing that you've got 5 conference games left and anything can happen from here on out?
I mean, I definitely do think so. I mean, the RMAC is really tough. Like, each game, each week is going to be up in the air. Very competitive. So going from here on out, we just have to be focused and just really have that goal to make it to the national playoffs and just win out and just dominate every team that we play in order to get there. So I think that we have the guys to do it. We have all the tools from the coaches to complete that goal, and then I think it will be good and we'll succeed in doing that.
I'd have to agree with him. I mean, we got the team to do it. We just got to focus on ourselves and not really, I guess, place the game in the hands of the other team. We just got to take over and just do our job, and we'll be all right. I mean, no, it's not a concern anymore. Our concern is winning out so we can get to the playoffs and just kind of get back to where we want to be and be the team that we want to be. Our ultimate goal at the beginning of the season wasn't to win the RMAC championship. It was to be national champions. So I mean, that was just a step in the road, and now I mean, we have to have some help from some other teams to do that. But right now, our overall goal is still there, and we can still achieve that goal.
Is there something to take away from, or what are some of the things you can't take away that you thought you guys did well in?
Well, I think there were several things. Number one, our guys played a very good football team, and we played them really tough. One of our goals defensively was we want to take away some of the run. And I mean, they have been a physical football team, and they've kind of been a team that over the years has been probably the most physical team in running the ball, pounding the ball. And I think our defense played tremendously well against the run. They had a couple of big runs late in the game where we had a couple of injuries, we had a couple of misfits, but I'm telling you, I think our guys really stayed true on their keys and really got after it, and we showed that we can be as physical as anybody that needs to be in this conference. And so I think there are definitely those things. We felt we have some big play guys. We made some of those big plays offensively, but the other thing, like I'd mentioned Saturday, is we can still be even more consistent on grinding the football, and that's one of the things we're going to work on this week and stuff. So there's a lot of positives of what our guys did. Sometimes when you have high expectations, it actually becomes a situation that when you play another really good team and you lose, everybody seems to think like everything's lost. It's not. It's a standpoint that we have an outstanding football team. We played a very good football team, and we took it right down to the wire. We still even felt we had a chance. We got the ball late when they were up by 6. You don't give them credit. They stopped us in a critical situation. But I also think that our guys would love to have an opportunity to play them again. And I know that when you're looking at it from a team perspective, I think there were so many more good things that we can take out of that, both from individual play, as team play, as group play, than there are the mistakes. And obviously, as a coach, what you want is we share with the players the things that we can get better at. And what I love about this football team is these guys are able to focus, and it's important to them. And to a man coming back on that bus, it was quiet, and it hurt. And you want it to be a situation that it hurts, not because, okay, you lost it ought to hurt. No, it's just that important to them, and that's what I love about these guys. This team is important to them and where we're going. And just like as Tanner was sharing, it's not the end of the road. It's a bump in the road, and we're going to continue to move forward. We're going to continue to get better, and I fully expect our guys to have a great week of practice and preparation this week.
And you never want to learn anything from a lot, you never want to lose, but do you think the kind of chip on your shoulder kind of, I guess mindset to motivate you guys? Any of you guys can answer this.
Definitely defensively, I think we have a chip on our shoulder. As a DB group, for one, like we've had our struggles in the passing game, and this week is going to be a big week for us to prove that we're the best defensive backs within the RMAC. So that's a chip that we have on our shoulder. That's something that we're looking forward to accomplishing this week. Is just really being dominant.
From the offensive side of the ball, we haven't played to our capability yet this year, so I feel like that's our chip. We're trying to show everybody the type of explosive offense we can be, and also the type of offense that can run the clock down and just kind of do the little things right. And I think that's really where we get our chip on our shoulders, just trying to show everybody how good we can be, because we haven't played to our best ability yet.
Definitely. Dealing with this Black Hills game, I think we have a bunch of confidence, especially from last year, taking a loss to them. But going back to Fort Lewis and playing them and have a very physical, dominant game against them, and then having another physical, dominating game against Pueblo, we really have that confidence in knowing that we are a very top-level defense, and we have the abilities, we have all the players that have that same mindset, and then it just really comes down to making plays when opportunities presented to us and just executing and doing our job.
With the type of game that Black Hills has, with Harris being such a dynamic runner, but they can also throw the ball. The defensive backs, I know, you're running that fine line. I've got to come up. I've got to stay back. You're going to have another young guy back there with you now. What do you kind of have to do? One of the leaders on that.
Okay. One thing that we have to do, or that I have to do, is really stay focused and just stay true to reading my keys. There's a lot of things I have to read within their tight ends and formations, and then going and playing strong safety this week instead of free safety. I have to adjust in that way. But just be a leader, just continue to uplift guys, give them confidence, let them know that they're playing, that they're in the game for a reason, and that we believe in them, and then just have each other's back and just stay true to who we are and just leave no doubt, basically. So that's what we're looking forward to do defensively this week.
And obviously it's going to be a little bit different in the secondary, with the young kid back there now, and kind of moving some guys
You know, they have been, and I think the big thing is just we emphasized our guys, do your 111. And really what Darian's talking about, that's exactly what it is. Stay true and stay focused on your keys. Don't let all of the other stuff distract you from what is important to you in that play. And it's the same thing Tanner's talking about. Sometimes you get thinking about all the explosive plays, but also there's little things we can do of just maintaining and staying on blocks longer, coming off a little bit more aggressive, finishing, and all of a sudden those become plays that you continue to move the chains, and the more first downs you get, first downs become touchdowns. And that's really what we believe we can do. And so there's a lot of things that we believe we can still get better at in every phase, offense, defense, and special teams. And so the big thing is trying to get guys to remember, you don't have to do everybody else's job. Just do your job, do your 111, and if you can stay locked in on that, we're going to be in great shape.
So Tanner, the role you had last week, I mean, a couple of huge catches on third down, jumping over, I guess, some of the receiver. But it looks like the receivers that you have on this team, sometimes you can kind of forget about the tight end. Is that kind of, you guys can kind of pick the time to go to you, so you don't have to block all the time?
I mean, I love blocking. That's just kind of who I am. But just with the vertical threats that we have on the outside, I think it's easier for defenses to get focused on them and kind of forget about us. Because, I mean, we don't go out a lot. We definitely are blocking tight ends, and that's the main part of our job, and we love to do that. But, I mean, just because of the speed that we have on the outside, I feel like we can kind of, I guess, sneak in there sometimes when the defense isn't really expecting it to go to us, and it really can create some explosive plays for us.
Yeah, I mean, Eastern rolls one way, you go the other, it's like, wow, I mean, they have no clue, they're focusing in on, obviously, on Eastern, and looking down the field, you just kind of know that was gonna be wide open, and all you gotta do is not get too antsy.
I mean, especially with Easton being back there and being such a great athlete that he is, it really kind of helps us out in that aspect too, because you got to worry about him running the ball too when he decides to roll out. And I mean, it wasn't like a for sure thing that was going to be open. If it was open, he's going to throw me the ball. If not, he was going to go through his other reads, and it just happened to come open, and we did the rest and just got the first down.
Going back to last year when you guys came out of the stretch this season, 5-0, you guys feel like that was a false sense of security throughout those next 2 games? That's something that you don't have this year.
I mean, this year, like we were talking earlier, I think we have the chip on our shoulder because we do have that one mark in the loss column. I think last year we just kind of got ahead of ourselves and kind of got looking forward to like the playoffs and stuff. Like we beat went through the gauntlet and we came out without a blemish. And I feel like this year we're a lot better focused and we know what can happen. So I feel like that the chip on our shoulder will help us get through these next 6 games.
You think it's easier? You got lost, it's out of the way. Just focus now. You think it's easier that way?
It's never easy to lose a game. I mean, no one likes to lose. I don't know if it's getting one out the way because that wasn't our goal, is to come into the game and to lose it, and just so we get out the way. I mean, we're definitely going to have more focus because we know that we're not unbeatable, and we don't like the taste of losing. We want to get that taste out of our mouth. But I mean, I don't think it's changed our focus at all. We still have that want to be the best team in the nation right now. So.